to Xavier.
Oh, yeah.
Very nice to meet you.
Yeah.
Please have a seat. Thank
Nice
you
to
for coming
see you
today.
too. Thank you.
How'd you get here today?
So I came by bus today.
Okay.
Yeah, it was quite easy getting in here.
Yeah, the location's great, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. Okay. So yeah, I just want to check. Have you got the 2 pieces of paper that we sent out prior to your?
Oh, the 2 pieces of paper.
Yeah.
I didn't quite get what was written in there, but 2 words I can remember: informed consent and confidentiality or something like that. Yeah.
They're the big 2 words. That's great. So yeah, I'll iron out a few of the details. So, informed consent basically just means that whatever you tell me, I can't tell anyone. With 2 exceptions. I will tell my supervisor if need be, but obviously they have the same strictures, they can't tell anyone. And if anything you say implicates to me that you're involved in crime, or you're considering hurting yourself or harming yourself or someone around you, then I have to go to the police. So that's that's sort of how that works basically. Cool. So does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
That
Do
makes
you
sense.
reckon you could sign the?
Of course.
Thank you so
Yep.
much. Beautiful.
Mm.
Okay. How did you get referred here? How did you know about us?
One of my closest friend, Jack. He told me.
Jack Pearson.
Jack Pearson.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
No,
Jack Pearson.
I didn't work with him personally, but my supervisor has mentioned a Jack, and I just assumed it might be him.
Yeah. He also said that he's one of his nieces was here, and it was so much helpful for them. So he referred me, like I could get benefit from this service.
Okay, cool. That's beautiful. Okay. That's great. Okay. I just want to check. So what's going on with you? So just give me a bit of a background information with you.
Yeah, I am Javier Gonzalez. So I moved in Australia last 35 years ago. I'm from Goa,
Okay.
and I have 3 sons, and 2 of them are already settled. And my youngest son Vincent is having trouble. That's what I must admit. That's what I'm here for. Main reason. So he met an accident, and yeah, we've been having trouble. I've been having trouble taking care of him.
I'm really sorry to hear that. Okay. What about the accident makes it trouble? Like what happened in the accident?
So he's really good in cycling. Like he was cycling since he was little, and up to say we can say it like he was an Olympic standard cyclist.
Oh wow. Okay.
So he went to Goa, his home, like ancestral home.
Mm.
He went there. He was cycling, and one of the car just struck him, and he got injuries in head and the toes, and he's just in wheelchair now. So.
Oh, okay. That's good to know. So yeah, so you don't have much going on apart from that. It's just Vincent.
Yeah, talking about my wife, she passed because of cancer a year ago, and I think I'm still struggling, and also while taking care of until 6 months ago, I was feeling alright. I can take care of my son all by myself, and but I don't know if it's psychological, or I don't know, my joints hurt, and even though I just climb some stairs, I feel like so restless. I don't know if it's aging kind of thing or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty much I'm going through, and
That does sound very, very difficult. I'm very sorry for your loss. Sounds like you've had a tricky couple of years. Yeah, that's awful. I'm sure together we can work out ways to make you feel just a little bit better. Okay, I just want you to tell me a little bit more about Vincent. As a child, what sort of type of person was he?
So as a child, he was always a fun-loving guy. So he always used to go where there's fun. He used to explore places, and he was pretty much a social guy. He had a lot of friends, and as a child, he used to do a lot of sports kind of thing. He was kind of like expert. He needs to speak to everybody, and so he was like that. And all because a fun-loving guy, he also he only studied till 12, and after that, he didn't continue his study.
So he's only primary school educated?
No, yeah,
Okay.
he studied till 12.
Oh, till year 12, okay.
Year 12.
So he's high school actually, that makes sense, okay.
Yeah.
He didn't want to go to uni?
So after basically after that, he went to cycling. He went to cycling, and he just met an accident. And after that, it's kind of like hard for me to manage money and everything. And even he changed after that. He didn't want to study, and I don't know if he's feeling low or something like that.
Has he ever indicated to you that his self-esteem is really low, or that he might be considering any suicidal thoughts of any kind?
He has, to be honest, he has never told me that he wanna harm. But
Okay.
but when I look at his face, I think that this kid is missing so much. He been missing his past things like going out.
Yeah.
I think that is the thing he's been missing a lot. But he has never mentioned me about self-harming or suicidal thoughts.
Okay,
I
cool.
think he's not that kind of kid though. He wouldn't
That's good.
do that.
That's good to know. I just, I thought I would check. Okay, so we've just got a little bit of background information about Vincent. What about you? What's your background information? What have you been doing?
Talking about me, I came here 35 years ago, like I
Yeah.
said before, and I always did a labor job. So last I worked was in slaughterhouse. So I was just chopping off the meats and everything. I did quite a physical works. That's what I did, and
Yeah.
now I'm.
Do you still work there?
Nah, I just left. I think 3 years back.
3 years ago.
All I have is ancestral property and everything. All those savings, all these years. My wife did a pretty much good job. She saved a lot of money, and also Vincent was on a bit at the time. We had all the things set in. For now, we don't have any support from, and only thing we have is like 3015.
2000.
Yeah, I really want to take him to the outdoors so that we can break the monotony cycle.
Yeah, that's fair
I
enough.
think that would be good for him, and as
That would be
me
good.
as well.
Okay, cool. That's really helpful. Can you just, paint a picture of two of your lives together? So, like, what happens in a day for you?
Yeah, talking about two of us together before, just like 3 months ago. So I don't know. He might have washed my face and said something. I don't know. He just washed my face, and he was willing to work on himself. Like, so I really used to work a lot. Like for my son, I know he's my son. I'm too much attached to him. So like I used to wake up in the morning, I bath myself, shower, gardening, and I prepare breakfast and everything. I don't really have free time. And
You don't get any free time?
yeah, only free time I get is Sundays.
Yeah.
I'll just do the crossword puzzles and
That's
everything.
cute. I love crosswords.
Yeah, so I'll be doing that, and that's pretty much to it. I don't really have a free time, and but now, like last 3 months, he been making an effort. So he can't go to toilet by himself. He can't like stand up, but still, he just manages to brush his teeth by himself, just having a small vessel outside, and he just spit in there. That's alright, because I don't need to be in his time. I can give him private times and everything.
Yeah.
That as well. Yeah, he's been making a bit of effort to look after him, but still deep down, I feel like, well, what this guy gonna do? Like if I'm not around, that makes really sad.
Does it scare you?
Yeah.
That makes sense. Okay, cool. So yeah, that's a pretty good picture. So you basically have to take care of him almost in its entirety. Okay. He is he able to like shower himself? In the toilet.
When you talk about this, yeah, he tried once. I have to admit that, and he failed in the bathroom.
Okay.
So after that, I scolded him. to be honest. Yeah, I scolded him and I told him, never ever do it yourself. I'm always there for you. I'll look after you.
Okay.
Yeah, one time he did it, and I'm a bit scared of that.
That's fair enough. Okay, cool. So yeah, so you're a solo carer. You've got your like, does your family help at all, or do you have anyone else who can assist you around the
Yeah.
house?
So apart from Vincent, I have two sons. I mentioned you earlier. So my two sons are like they're doing great in their life, but they're pretty busy. I have to admit that. And but some of my daughter-in-law, I have two daughter-in-law. They come at times. My grandkids come at times, and they try to cheer him up. Yeah, but it's not like every weekly. Maybe it's twice in a week or fortnightly, something like that. They come, but they do help as much as they can.
That's nice of them. Okay. So they come around, you know, maybe once every 2 or so weeks, or once
Yeah,
every month,
that's right. Yeah.
and just sort of say hello.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool. What about Vincent's friends? Does they?
Oh, Vincent friends. Yeah, they come sometimes, but pretty much like he was a bit of an outdoor guy, and all the mates he made was the outdoor guys. So he wasn't much into white collar job or something like that, sitting in a computer, something like that. He wasn't there, and he doesn't have that sort of friends. He had a friends, so-called wanderers. They pretty much
Yeah, okay.
visit different countries, and they come
Very extroverted friends.
once in 3 months, something like that. They do come. I have to admit that they do come, but it's not like having no relatives and friends are a bit different, I guess.
That makes sense. Yeah. So that must be really tricky for you being a solo carer.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
And you've come today because you're worried about the financial situation, or just because you feel like it's a
I have
bit
to admit
much?
that it's kind of tricky. It's both of that.
Okay, yeah, cool. Is there anything that you can do? Like, if I were to present to you a question on a scale of 1 to 10, what does your situation look like right now? With 10 being optimal, perfect, and 1 being just the worst possible it can be. How would you scale it?
When I look at my son Vincent face, I have to admit that it's 4.
4? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. That's good to know. And if you were to think towards like what your biggest obstacles are in your day-to-day life, what would need to change in your life for that number to go up? Doesn't matter how much it goes up, just for it to go up, what would need to change?
Yeah, of course. The first thing is that Vincent must have self-esteem in himself. I don't know if it doesn't need counseling or something like that. I'm not too sure about it. I think you're expert in it. And also we need a bit of financial support here, because I'm running out of money and everything. And yeah, that's pretty much to it.
Is the main thing.
I don't talk about much. Just Vincent needs to cheer up. So he needs to go feel. I want to see him smile.
Yeah,
I
of
want
course.
to see him smile, and I think I need support in household. Like I've been doing everything, watching plants.
Get a little bit of free time for
Yeah.
yourself.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense. That's good to know. Okay, do you think, you mentioned that the house, your ancestral home, is in your name?
Yeah.
What's
Yeah,
the story behind that?
yeah, we changed it like when my wife passed, it was in a name, and so it was when my father lent it over me. I mean, like when he first came here, so it was in name, and he changed into mine. But I think Maria, my wife, I could just have it on her name. So I helped her, and last year I just changed it my name now.
Okay,
So,
cool.
and the house is so it's not pretty big. Like it's 2-story, and we have a granny flat outside, and we have a garden.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it must be a lot of effort taking care of a house like that.
Yeah.
But you would never, the house is very important to you?
Of course. It's pretty much it's kind of like ancestral property.
That makes sense,
It's
yeah.
it's
That's
straight
very
down
fair.
in my heart. So I don't think I would consider I can exchange it with anything in the world.
Okay.
Yeah.
But could you ever consider maybe renting the small granny flat just to get a bit more income for you, make your life a tiny bit easier.
Oh, of course. I never thought about that one. Ah, yeah, granny flat.
Because that's a separate part of it, and depending on the person, you could maybe pay them to take care of Vincent a few of the days, or they could look after him while you had some time away. The other thing I might suggest is, are you and Vincent using Centrelink? Like, do you have your pension, and does he have any disability support?
I heard about that, but I'm not quite sure. 'Cause like Jack and his wife were mentioning about that. I didn't quite get. They were just talking about it like just 2 days ago. I thought, why do I when I come in here to talk with the experts? So
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
yeah.
So you.
I was actually about to ask you that question.
Beautiful,
After
okay.
that, yeah.
So to your knowledge, you're not on the pension.
I'm not in my pension.
That's very okay. That's good. That means that you've got a lot of opportunity here.
Yeah.
So after this session, after the interview portion of the session, we'll just work together and we'll set you up with the pension. And then if with your consent, maybe next time Vincent might be able to come in.
Yeah, of course.
would you be okay with that?
I'll let him know about it.
And then we can try and set up him with some disability support, because I will need to ask him first. I can't. I have to. I can't. You can't do it on his behalf. Is what I'm trying.
Oh, that would be great. That would be great.
I think that would really help you out.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. So you've just mentioned to me generally that the main things for you are that Vincent has some self-esteem. He, he has his outlook on life a bit more improved, and you get some free time as well as your financial situation.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. That's good to know. Okay. I just want to, before we move forward, I just want to quickly if you were to go to sleep tonight and wake up and all your issues are solved, what would that look like for you?
It's quite a heavy question for me right now. So the first thing is I'll be, I don't know, will I be young or something like that? And of course, my dead wife will be back.
Yeah.
And my son, Vincent, will be able to cycle again, and he will be extrovert. He will be wandering around, happy Vincent. I think those 3 are the points.
Those are the main things. Okay, cool. We've painted a good picture here. So I just want to now talk to you, and I think that you'll find what I have to say interesting, just about what we do here at Carers Queensland. So one of the key things that we can do is called respite, which I think applies very well to your situation. So what will happen effectively is that one of the carers from here will either go to your house and they will clean the house, take care of Vincent, make food, do all that stuff, maybe a day or 2 every week. That just gives you some more time.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah, that just gives you some more time to be free, and walk around, take a walk, go get some lunch, do whatever you want. That's your day. So there's that'll be good. The alternative is also that Vincent can come to us and we can take care of him here. But that is entirely your decision. You just can choose what option you prefer. We also provide transport. I don't know if it's important to you or not, but if you are finding it tricky with transport,
Yeah, of course, I would love the transport support.
then yeah, we can
I just
find
sold my car like 4 months ago to support Vincent and myself.
So yeah, okay, that's perfect then. Cool. So I think those are the 2 main ones. So respite, we will.
Yeah, I
I'll
think
be
that's
sending
a
I think
great
that'll
idea,
really help
respite,
you.
Yeah.
I also think that Centrelink, getting the pension and the disability assistance will help. Plus, maybe if you're willing, just renting out the granny flat, which I can assist you with.
Yeah. I think
Okay,
that's
cool.
a good idea.
So this is obviously a first session. So there'll be multiple other sessions after this where we can work forward and figure out how we're going to go about this. But I just want to ask you, how does all of that sound after this session? How does all of that sound?
That's yeah. Thank you.
Okay.
So you said you're a student, but you sounded like professional.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
that makes a lot of sense for me. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So I will see you next week at the same time, if that's okay. Yeah.
Yeah, of course. I would love to hear about more of the suggestion you
Yeah.
give to me. I can wait long. I'm just waiting for my son to be happy once again.
Thank you for coming in.
Yeah,
I appreciate
no
it.
worries. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for helping me.